Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Cordant and we are back for some more Rogue Trader. We are about to enter the Reaving Tempest Spire, but before we do that,
Follow my lead.
there was something yesterday that I kind of was annoyed by. Okay, I wanted to see if by having restarted the game, if, you know, this would show up again, but that looks like a container. Cassia even passed a perception check, or an awareness check, to locate something over here, and nothing showed up. I'm kind of wondering if that's it, but I can't get it to work, so I am simply going to continue. Okay, so we take our people. What is this? Shots being fired?
None shall stand in my way.
Am I gonna have to cross this at the perfect time or something?
I have learned much in my exile.
Ow! It seems the sinister... Wait. It seems sinister device can be disabled if one can get past it. Okay. Let's just remove this then. We have to get past it then.
My
Damn it, stop
reckoning
it.
will be swift. Speak, Elanta.
She's fine. No, what?
Did I mention the songs
You don't
of my
have toxin.
ancestors speak of stars long forgotten and worlds long gone? What a shame that you lack the capacity to understand even a single note.
It's about time.
My warp sight reveals something.
Ah, crap. I'm not sure if we're gonna get shot.
A new challenge for me?
Let's try and stay here if possible. Okay, I think we're fine if we stay here.
You'll regret
No,
this.
we're not.
Should I
God damn it,
divine our
man.
next step?
Okay,
Will
so
do.
what is this? Lord Xenos. So
What is
here it's
it?
gonna be the one to go
I
there.
need to find the answers.
Okay. Pass through.
A trivial task.
Okay, good. This is disarmed. Relative success. A bunch of corpses and gore. Really? I did all of this just to get that? So when they say you have to get past, it is actually getting past to the other side. I'm not sure if we can...
Follow
Go.
my lead. That was insulting.
That sucked.
Monkey must know no fear or reason at all.
Come
For
on,
they
you
permit
bitch.
those entwined with the great enemy in their midst.
Would you look at that? A Xenos siding with Imperium doctrine. I've heard it all now.
Oh, and she got another one. Okay, wait. Strength and... action points reduced by 1. I don't want that.
Did you want something?
Yeah, that is something that I do not want at all. So we're gonna take care of that right now.
Thank you.
Wait. She can use this twice? Huh. Okay, interesting. We disarmed it. Good. I think I'm fine with this. Yeah, movement points reduced by half sucks.
None shall stand in my way.
I think I can still...
Stop. There.
Can you pass through here, or do we have to go around?
State your intention. I follow my own path.
Yeah, we can. Okay.
Commorragh.
Yes?
Man, thank God for
Anything else?
Invigorate, I will say. Well, thank me for choosing it. And Idira for having it, I guess. Can't see that. We can connect platforms. This will disable the machine. But I will just send her then.
I align my path with yours. For now.
Quickly!
I have learned much in my exile.
Okay. A medikit, thanks.
It's about time.
Farce. Okay, wait. Let's be careful here. There's an entire section over there, which I think we can go to by connecting these platforms.
None are better at searching.
Maybe.
Too hard for a simple monkey?
Ooh, that was lucky.
What is it?
I think I have something that gives me Lord Xenos. But she can't use it. No, is this actually warp? Lord Xenos, Tome of Excess. And no. We have 4 of these. I'm thinking if I want to heal this trauma right there. I think I will,
Should I
because
divine our next
killing
step?
movement points sucks.
This will help.
I stand in recognition.
Okay. So,
Halt! I noticed something.
A trivial task.
before we do this, let's
A new
explore.
challenge for me?
I'm being
I'm
very
still
careful
new
because
to
this
the art
all
of
sounds
exploring.
very... or looks very fishy.
Speak, Elantark. I need no Farseer to guide my future. Did you hope to see an Asuryani
Oh,
fail?
come on, you bitch! That's another trauma I have to heal. Man, how much did you roll? Oh, that was a tough one, okay. Fair enough. But I have to heal that because that removes her, her perception and intelligence. Research report. The thick stack of pages made of a strange material has been hastily tied with a coarse piece of string. The pages are covered in sharp, uneven handwriting and have brown stains on them. Goal: several-fold increase in veil energy. Note: enhancing the veil connection will require merging the minds of 4 specimens. Note: 4 individuals, 2 male and 2 female, selected from among Commorragh Farseers. Aside from their veil connection, the specimens have no common traits. Merging process expected to be fascinatingly painful. Stage 1. Hearts of 3 Eldari placed inside the thorax of the 4th, the most resilient among them. Redundant original heart removed. Other internal organs preserved. Specimens conscious throughout surgeries. Stage 2. Despite the blockers, the partial brain transplants were accompanied by several energy discharges, resulting in equipment damage. The potential is amazing. The integrated subject was punished by an intramuscular injection of an acidic solution that erodes soft tissue from the inside. God damn. Stage 3. Subject stable and controllable, undergoing significant physical and psycho-emotional distress as the Eldari minds are becoming aware of the situation. The energy discharges increase every time the blockers are eased or pain receptors are directly stimulated, confirming the expected result. In order to intensify the pain experience, the subject will be nourished by essences of its own torture. And then stage 4. The Eldari consciousnesses are trying to consume one another, perhaps in order to lower the net pain awareness. Curious. The subject must continue to be saturated with this autogenic agony with added psychotranquilizer injections. Note: enhance the subject's physical suffering with internal bone tissue disintegration. After that, the note becomes indecipherable. So they are treating them well.
I won't
I
tolerate
sense something
weakness.
nearby.
Don't get hurt again. Come on, please.
I have failed my kin.
My whispers crave
At least it
entertainment.
wasn't trauma. Farseer. Kaitan, my son. The Eldari Farseer's tortured body is barely moving. You have seen abject creatures like this before. Stitched together from several bodies, their miserable existence serves but to satisfy their homunculus masters' morbid interest in perversions of the flesh. And yet, this one is not like the others. A twin face stitched together from parts of several male and female Eldari turns its unseeing gaze toward you. Its eyes have been crudely sewn shut. You have come, my son. A woman's ghostly whisper escapes her cut-up lips, oozing blood and pus. Hold the line. Don't let the corruption spread further. A commanding shout comes with a cough from inside the ripped open thorax where 3 hearts are beating inside a single ribcage, as in a prison of bone. I have finished the statue, master. A fleeting satisfied expression passes over the stitched face as a suave young voice interrupts the warlike shouting. We are all united in the shadow of the great tree, sister, until Kayla Min Kane claims our hearts. Your elucidator discerns yet another voice, soft and profound. O Isha, mother of all life, may your blessing protect the children of Asuryani from the abominations of bodily and spiritual torture. The Eldari's hands twitches as she reaches for the weapon. Heretical, we can wound the monster. We can kill the Farseers. I'm guessing this is dogmatic. You're a sight, let's see how you like this. Or Iconoclast, nothing of your kin is left to this creature in their suffering, Iliad. Can I first ask this? Forgive me, Kaitan. Ever since the founding of our craft world, I took upon myself the duty of caring for Crudrak's children. Yet my own son, oh my Kaitan, why did your path have to take you so far from home? The craft world Eldari philosophy that allows them to control their emotions and passions and direct them toward productive purposes. Today, Cain blooded his hands again, with our blood and others. You must learn to accept your fears to tame your anger. The ebullient yet youthful laughter sounds entirely out of place in this dark place. Leonartha, my love, I dedicate my last statue to you. Don't cry. My path of the sculptor may be at its end, but I have a different path ahead of me. Will you walk it with me? Today we mourn those we've lost, our sons and daughters and brothers and sisters, and parents and lovers whose souls the wind took. I doubt they can hear you. The homunculus experiments have twisted more than their bodies. Their minds and souls have been remolded into something wrong. All of this is wrong. It must not be. The Eldari's usually calm voices trembling either with anger or with fear. We can examine the creature. We can persuade it in multiple ways. We can also remove the creature's size suppression shackles. Okay, that is a lot of options here. Let's examine them. Besides the meticulously sutured limbs, the twin face with all eyes shown shut and the dissected thorax, you notice the faint gleam of steel strips soldered into the creature's neck, hands and shins. The strange energy they emit reminds you of the technology behind the Psy shackles used to restrain Psykers in the Imperium. Didn't we learn something that if Psykers took a hold of this they could destroy Commorragh? I think we did. Whoever you are, we have come for answers. Help us make sense of what happened to your world. Okay. The monstrosity takes its time as it turns its twin face, on which every eye has been sewn shut, toward you and slowly opens its female lips. A coarse Eldari voice breaks the momentary silence. What is this? A Monkey dares to speak to a Farseer? A woman's whisper from male lips interrupts. It hurts. It hurts. Kill us, please. The young voice shouts out from both of the monstrosity's mouths, and you hear the 3 hearts beat faster in the creature's chest. Daughter of Asuryani who has walked the path of the outcast, mercy, grant us mercy. I came here hoping to find answers to my questions, but what do I see? Only the pain and suffering of those I failed to save, those I abandoned when they needed me. Your presence of Crudrak would hardly have changed anything. You would most likely be dead now. You cannot know that, and no one can. Iliad shakes her head in sadness and turns her gaze to the motionless monstrosity. What am I to do with them, Elantak? You have been asked for mercy. Granted. Iliad winces, then draws her weapon with resolve. You are right, Elantak. After everything that happened, I have no right to leave them like this. The shadow of she who thirsts is creeping ever closer upon their already twisted souls, but I will not allow her to devour what is left of them. Pew.
My spirit fades.
I'm sorry, friend. I am sorry. He had a knife, apparently. Okay, let me check out my quests, actually. Path of the Drukari. This looks different. Marajai wants to pick up certain prized possessions from the Spirit of Reading Tempest. Okay. The path we lost. So find the captured Farseers. The homunculus condemned 4 Farseers to monstrous suffering by locking their minds in one body. Their encounter with Rogue Trader ended their torment one way or another. Was there another way to do this? God damn it. I wonder if there was. Iliad knows how to open the webway gate, but she needs special... Okay. Well, we're gonna keep it like this. In a future playthrough, I will try to release them. I don't know.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Oh wait, can I get there? I can get there. How did I miss this area? I didn't... What's happening? I didn't see the stairs, I was gonna say. A game of chess. Commorragh! What a strange feeling. Yrlit clutches her head and her eyes dart around the torture chamber. Kayla Mencha Kane, take my heart. Placed on a grim stone pedestal in front of you is an intricate game board broadly similar to the one Regicide players use. Miniature figurines of Drukhari and Asuryani, skillfully fashioned out of onyx and wraithbone, are frozen in elegant poses opposite each other. Several of them are toppled, and for a moment you think you see fresh blood running from under the game pieces down the small grooves carved into the board. Yrlit, are you alright? Aye. Yrlit stares at the game board, stunned. It seems she had never heard of your question. Quiet. Please stop. Stop torturing my mind. I will not let you become another spirit of the wind. Not for the light of a million stars. Just let me explain myself. Why does it have to be so difficult? Ah, swap this with women. I'm kidding. Move. What is going on, Yrlit? I left Commorragh because that was my path. Is that not what you have been teaching us from birth until the final moments of our lives? I can hear it very well. The mournful lament of our brothers and sisters tortured to death in this room. I would prefer not to hear it, but I cannot. As clearly as I hear the melody of your soul's torment. But don't you dare. There is no time to blame me for what happened to you. Yrlit clenches her jaw and seems to stop breathing entirely. Persuasion. Willpower. And agility. Okay. Look at me, Yrlit. I am by your side. Everything is alright. Elantak? Yrlit focuses her gaze and clasps the spirit stone on her chest. If you could only hear her pleas and her curses. My heart shatters into 1,000 pieces at the mere sight of this tormented soul. But her words lash my mind more painfully and more ruthlessly than the three-tailed whip torments its victim's flesh. The Dark Ones possess the cursed gift of inventiveness and torture and subject their victims to the worst horrors a mortal mind can conceive of. In their torture, they go far beyond the limits of the possible and the permissible. Look closer. These pieces and this board designed for games that intrigue the mind were fashioned from the flesh and blood of one of our Farseers. Her immortal soul remains forever connected to them. Oh god. Why would the Drukhari imprison the Farseer soul in a board game? Why does the wind blow and the rain fall? Why does starlight illuminate our path and darkness dismay us? It is their nature, for that is the way they see the world, or that's the way of the world. The Dark Ones feed on despair and suffering, while the Farseers are powerful beings of unbending will, whose souls, however, are brittle. Every move on this game board causes the Farseer nothing but pain. She feels everything, sees everything, and is aware of everything. She dies with each taken piece and is resurrected at the end of the game. Yrlit twists her mouth and averts her guilt-ridden gaze. It looks like the Farseer put you through mental torment. What did she say? That I am a traitor and my path is paved with the bodies of my kin. That I am an outcast who carries the blame for the destruction of my home, since I heard the call of our dying ancestors but did not return in time. And that it should have been me in her place. Anyone who says such things deserves death. Kind of. The pain and suffering have damaged the Farseer's mind. You could not have saved Commorragh alone. But I could have protected my home and met my end alongside the others. Yrlit's own words make her shudder as she stares at the flayed bodies of her brothers and sisters. Still, for as long as at least one child of Commorragh is alive, its memory will not vanish. And I am yet to reach the end of my path. The seed planted long ago is yet to grow and bring forth the flower of truth. Okay, so I feel like we should kind of end her suffering. I would like to know what Yrlit thinks of this. We can take the Farseer to the ship and save at least what is left of her? Okay, I guess we can. It is hard to say how much more suffering her soul has yet to endure before we leave this city. She may even be devoured by silent trash on the way, as forms like these make our souls very brittle and defenseless. But if you think there is a chance she can be saved, I will not stand in the way. Okay. The Farseer soul tucked inside the Syndicate game board protects the artifact's owner from the deleterious influence of the Empyrean's forces. Wait. No, it's not equipable. It's a quest item. For morbid fun, the homunculus locked the soul of a Farseer in some kind of game board. Every move, every touch means pure suffering for its victim. Right. Lord Xenos.
I have learned much in my
Nice.
exile.
Recoil war boots. Whenever the wearer attacks an enemy behind cover with range attack, cover efficiency is decreased by 40% for that attack. Okay, this is good. Gloves of Rapid Desolation. Increases the rate of fire of the wearer's weapon by 1. That's good. Each time an enemy is killed, perplexity is inflicted on all other... Okay. This is actually quite nice for Argenta. And then we have stimulants and we have medkits. I don't think anybody needs this. Okay. I want to go here now. Eesh. That Medicaid check, goddamn. A young Aldari's body is floating in a murky glass vat filled with acrid acidic sludge. If the built-in xenocogitator's changing readings are anything to go by, the Aldari is alive, or at any rate not quite dead. This body belongs to a Farseer. I sense dormant energy coming from his exhausted mind. We must set him free, Alantak. Okay, let's inspect the vat. Another of the insane homunculus creatures designed for cruel experiments. The vat is part of a larger mechanism which has a small mechanical dashboard built into its casing. You are, however, unfamiliar with the symbols on it. The thick tubes that deliver the suspicious-looking liquid straight into the vitreous depths of the mechanism disappear into its inexplicably smooth casing. The glass itself seems quite brittle though. Odd. These symbols are unfamiliar to me. I suppose the homunculus is using a special code so no overly curious assistant can hamper his experimentation. Both of these sound dangerous. It's kind of suggesting that I should break it. And I think I feel safer in breaking the glass than trying to push the buttons. I feel though, if I break the glass, I'm gonna get splashed with acid and get trauma. Well, stand back, this calls for some good old brute force. Careful, watch your step. Can you hear me? Iliad helps the Farseer out of his prison, avoiding the broken glass. The Aldari is completely disoriented. His wandering gaze shifts between you and Iliad, then returns to the vat from which he has just emerged. Okay, I guess we were successful. My purpose is to comply. Yes, I am born so I may die. My pain is your delight, master. Commorragh, what did that madman do to him? Do you remember who you are and where you came from? I remember the taste of pain, and the smell of pain, and the color of pain too. You are one who dreams of what has come to pass and what yet lies in the haze ahead, a Farseer from a craft world. Tell us what happened to Commorragh. The Farseer started his hand in surprise, ignoring Iliad's questions. Every finger in place? But why? The first one goes for the sake of pain and pleasure. The second one disappears when it is time for humility. The third? What happens to the third? Iliad's shoulders sink in defeat. Alantak, I do not think he's going to tell us anything of value. If there is there no one left who can answer my questions? How did you end up in the homunculus's clutches? The Farseer looks up at you with frightened eyes. Be quiet. Master will come back. Master will punish, piece by piece, piece by piece, by piece by piece. Why were you kept in his vat? The Farseer looks around the room with interest, ignoring you completely. I have been here many times, in my past lives, and I will be in my future ones. An infinite cycle. Iliad shrugs hesitantly. Rebirth, healing, visions of the future. What is the point of eternal life if it only brings suffering? It's time to decide what to do with him. He is coming with us, Alantak. I will not let you abandon him here. I need him. This was my suggestion as well. Never mind. Without waiting for Iliad to finish the sentence, the Farseer suddenly turns his head toward her. For the first time, his gaze is clear and focused. Child, you have returned to us at a dark hour. No! Iliad leans over the Aldari's body to help, but his eyes are wide open and his chest no longer rises and falls from his cautious breath. He was aware, he remembered me, Alantak, and then, suddenly, he was dead. What kind of curse haunts Commorragh's children within these walls? Let us go. I refuse to believe there is no one else left. Do you understand? I cannot let the serpent in my soul devour my already fading hope. My hope of finding out the truth of what happened to Commorragh. There is no giving up now. After the lengths I have gone to in order to get here, we will find other Farseers. We will. Okay. One of the Farseers turned out to be a prisoner of another experiment of the Homunculus. His fate is sad and merciless.
Victory
So,
awaits.
Medicae, I think I can improve. So you would take this, and you can take this, and you can take this. Yeah, better.
Operation successful.
Nice. Whoever is imprisoned inside the capsule, they are moving ever so slightly. Okay, but we got nothing else. Okay, so now I need to go back to my previous items. Long range thingy. I had something for tech use, which was this one. And my helmet was something for Xenos. Correct. Okay. Let me actually just... This is kind of upsetting me. I will actually just
Did you want
heal
something?
Iliad here. Her trauma.
There. Much better, right?
Your technology is limited.
We have
I
another
am
item
grateful.
somewhere
Follow my
here.
lead.
Goods. Homunculus's notes. Deliverance as the activation order, order code word. Excellent. 43. Sequential joint removal starting with the fingers. The process resulted in death as in every previous instance. The body will be reformed and regrown. 59. Internal organs excised and placed into an alkaline solution without severance from the nervous system. The subject is observing its dismemberment and experiencing the pain at its full intensity. The agony strengthens the connection to the veil, but the body is weak and inevitably perishes. 71. The subject's body disintegrates faster with each new assembly. Thermal box introduced into the torso for alternate cooling and heating with constant electrical simulation. The subject survived for 4 minutes longer compared to the previous resurrection. 75. Physical torture discontinued. Audio-visual headband placed on the subject's head to broadcast images of its suffering kin into its consciousness. Cardiac arrest recorded 19 minutes later. 96. Subject in possession of all previous knowledge including memories of pain and death, and therefore fully compliant. Phenomenal strengthening of the veil connection observed, but the body survives for no longer than 3 minutes under any set of conditions. So I think there's really no way of saving him anyway. He would always die. Oh! A new place. Okay.
A new challenge for me.
A trap. Can I disarm this before
Let
entering
us see what I found.
before entering combat?
I align my path with
Am I gonna
yours.
get traumatized
For now.
again? Please no. Please.
My success was inevitable.
Yeah, but these are not very easy.
Oh, too hard for a simple monkey.
Good. So we have these things here. I guess I'd prefer to fight them from this side, maybe. Disciple of Pain down there. What's up?
Sometimes you consult the appropriate.
Smite the Xenos!
Okay, no conversation, just battle. Okay, so a bunch of bloodthirsty experiments and Disciples of Pain. Disciples of Pain are weakened by the armor that Helix is currently using. I love it, Armor of Despair. They're both ranged and melee. Ooh, they have a frenzy injection. One friendly creature within 8-cell radius. Gives a creature the ability to make 3 attacks per round and reduces damage dealt to it by 100%. God damn. Oh, come on, screw you. Melee attack can inflict a trauma on a target. That's not fair. And the bloodthirsty guys. Children of Asuryani. The Aldaria are supernaturally agile and conventional agility, perception, and awareness skill regardless of their archetypes. They gain... okay. This creature can become a target of the Disciple of Pain's Frenzy Injection ability. Ah. So they cannot Frenzy Inject other Disciples of Pain, is that it? I guess. Okay, so I don't want them to actually hit me. It's only in melee, right? Yeah, only in melee. And they have 6 MP. 6 MP is not that much. I pressed space instead of tab. Oh, whatever. Let's just go with it. I'm not gonna load because of this. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? Who gets the first turn? I'm thinking Idira to buff up. Yeah.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Okay, so Idira take that. Now let me think. I want to spread around some prey. That's always gonna happen.
Was that you? Or...
And now I would want Prescience probably on Cassia to start. Resolve. So 1, 2. Warp speed 3. Forwarding 4. And then free. Okay. So Cassia, take this.
anything is?
Resolve. Forewarning on Abelard.
Will do.
Warp speed on Abelard.
But of course.
And take some temporary wounds as well.
Was that you?
And you can actually stay where you are. Yes.
My prescience has
Cassia
failed me.
can go over here for
I
now.
have read tomes of military tactics.
Now, I could give the turn to Abelard and he can start hitting some people. I kind of feel like I want to do that because otherwise they're gonna start coming in for our backline. Okay, the bloodthirsty experiments cannot inflict trauma with a single hit, but these guys can. And I also don't want Abelard to be like in the middle of all this when I start blasting with Cassia. So I think I'll just give the turn actually to Iliad. Or I could give it to Pascal and place a trap for the Disciples of Pain. I think I like that.
I shall not fear.
Okay. So we can buff up. So I want a trap, right? I want more prey also.
My vow is to serve.
So prey, and prey.
Running binary override.
I want a trap. I want the buff. I would kind of like perfect spot, but it's not mandatory. And this is free. So I will just shoot somebody right now.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Okay.
Heal my wounds.
Let's buff us up.
Running binary
Let's
override.
place a trap. Kind of like around here. So if they come in, they have to pass through it. I'm gonna pull them in anyway with Point of Curiosity, to be honest. So place it there.
Request approved.
And I can put Hot on the Trail on like this guy.
My vow is to serve.
Okay, you're done. I'm done. We pass. We have Trench Line Stratagem, which gives us more cover efficiency and re-rolling of stuff. Okay. What is the range? Quite good. This guy is too far away from me. I prefer to pull this one. This is actually a very good pull. Like this. Oh, come on. I can't grab this guy. It's either this guy or that guy. So I will pull like this, I think. Okay. Buff up. So we pull... wait. We pull... We pull like this. Yeah.
Me. Lord Captain.
Perfect. Now we're gonna curse all these. Come on. The best I can curse is 4. Okay, so I'll curse the closest ones then. With the exception of this guy.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered
And
around.
I'm behind heavy cover, so I feel safe. We're gonna put the front line here.
If I may.
We're gonna put the back line, I suppose, on Cassia, because they're likely to shoot to her or him.
Me? If
And
you
I'm gonna
insist,
put the
Lord
rear
Captain.
on... Well... Yearly it's not even... Not really in cover, but I'm gonna place it here.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Cover efficiency, I guess I'm gonna put it on Cassia. And we're gonna blast everybody in the area. I wish I could hit more people, but if I want to do that, that would mean getting out of cover, which I don't appreciate. I'll just stay here. Let's not be too hasty here, and just shoot like this. I feel. Yeah. This is cover dying, so savor the kill is not correct. Pass. You can't reach me. You gave him the injection. Okay. Everybody here should be stunned, correct? Stunned. 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 Not stunned, this guy. Okay. Yilith is playing. I don't like the line of sight this gives. I'm gonna go here, I think. So we're gonna go here, we're gonna go for perfect spot.
I move swiftly to strike.
And can I abuse over penetration? I can. In more than one ways, actually. Okay, that's good. This guy should die from a single normal shot, right? So I think I'll do this on him right now. Yes.
I understand your intent.
Build no gears for me, Isha.
Now, this is right. So I'm gonna place this on, let's say, Iliad. Heroic Act. I'm gonna keep on using my free stuff.
Anything else?
Let's go for Cassia. And now I can attack. I'm just gonna burst. Oh, line of sight. Come on, dude. But I can move, I can move, I can move, I can move. So if I go here... Yes. If I go here, I can hit 3 people. Uh-huh.
Be gone.
Into the darkness.
Okay, we killed a couple of them. Triggered Savor the Kill correctly. So I think I'm gonna give you, quite simply, perfect spot, and I'm gonna place another trap here, so this guy cannot reach us very easily. Heroic Act on you, I think it's gonna be a waste. At the same time, nah, it's not a waste. I'm just gonna use it. We're gonna aim here. Why is this guy not getting hit? This guy right here. What's happening there? I don't get it.
The whispers more.
Yeah, what's happening here? Why is he taking 0? What does he have? Ah, he has the Unnatural Frenzy. Okay, got it. This guy didn't actually die, but still we have a lot of momentum left, so we're fine. I will shoot. I don't even know why I'm playing right now, but yeah, this guy is pointless. Let's try and shoot this guy. Sure.
Running binary override.
Okay, good. Ah, I think because of Hot on Trail. Okay. Let's get an heroic act.
Already done.
High momentum.
Perfect. And this is still Yirliet's turn. These are only extra turns triggering. So, on Yirliet's turn, I can make her kill everybody. Or a lot of people at least. So let's do that.
Not a problem
Take
for
this.
me.
Take
All
this.
too easy.
Take
Suits
that.
my purposes.
Take Inspire. And
My time
kill everything.
is now.
So this guy should just die. This also costs nothing right now. But I think we can just kill him straight up.
If I must, another soul slips
Yep,
beyond
dead.
the veil.
Okay, this again is correct. Do I have multiple targets? No, I only have a single target each time. So I will just kill somebody. Let's just kill this guy. Yeah.
On it. What an unfortunate
Dead.
turn of fate.
Pass right now. Okay. Wow, the chances are really that low? 57% only? Really? I'll still try it.
I am not your Xenos pet monkey.
Okay, let's actually leave this guy for last then. We can shoot this guy.
This tedium is beneath me.
Feel no tears for me.
Perfect. Can I shoot him? No. I can shoot this guy though. Disciple of Pain. So let's give this guy extra damage.
I am not your Xenos
And
pet
kill him.
monkey. I deal death with my hands.
Super dead. Heroic act. Let's do this here. Perfect. Kill that guy also. I think... I'm curious, did pain channeling go through his immunity, or is the immunity only against physical damage? I actually wonder. No, it says reduces damage. Okay. Don't know what happened, but I'll take it. So you die now.
I
Come on.
understand your intent. Another soul
Critical
slips beyond
failures.
the veil. Stop trying.
Can't see him, but I can move. So I can even go for a dismantling, or I can go for 50% more damage. I will say yes to that.
Pay with your blood in the name of Kaela Menshake!
You unleash my fury.
I am not your Xenos pet monkey.
Yeah, okay. Wait, monkey. Extend the helping hand and I will show you the way home. Find the captured Farseers in the Archon Spire. Ah, I guess it's somebody trapped in there? We got a bunch of regular stuff. Easy fight here. Journal of Observations. The journal entries are written in an angular but surprisingly tidy hand, as if the writer deliberated meticulously over every word. The notes are supplemented by diagrams and formula. The Farseer's mind is aggressively resisting external interference. The mind maggot perished instantly upon being introduced into the system, which has never been observed before. Interesting. As punishment, the subject was placed in vibra shackles that chip away at limb bones. Unreadable diagrams. Mind maggot enhanced with a power implant. Subject placed in a red-hot metal capsule during the introduction of the parasite. Despite the pain in the parasite and its system, the subject succeeded in addressing the veil. Parasite destruction detected 2 minutes into its presence into the subject's body. Mind maggot enhanced with poison that suppresses the host's psychic functions and placed successfully inside its victim. The parasite's vital functions persist, yet with no sign of compliance on the part of the host. Unacceptable. Subject punished by partial skin removal and suspension by the detached areas of skin. Experiment finished. Result negative. For as long as the subject remains capable of combating the mind maggot's presence, pain is the only available method of suppression. Subject to be placed in a capsule with slowly rotating blades until further instructions. These people do not mess around. The laboratory is crammed with mechanisms and devices unknown to you, the sight of which makes you sick. Oh! This is for Iliad. Webway resonance device, the mysterious tool required to open a webway gate. Cool, we got that. Wraithbone woven battlesuit. It is a medium armor. This armor restores toughness bonus divided by 2 wounds each round when the wearer has any number of the following damage over time conditions: burning, toxin, or bleeding. This is clearly for Commorragh, even though he has low toughness. A lot of the Drukhari equipment feels kinda odd because you have to invest 2 points to be able to use Drukhari equipment. Assault Cloak. The wearer gains 5% parry reduction and dodge reduction to their melee area attacks for each creature targeted by that area attack. It's cool. And remove trauma. Good.
None shall stand
Watch
in
your
my way.
steps.
Okay, wait.
Speak, Elan
Do not get traumatized.
I have
to
learned much
investigate.
in my exile.
Wait. The set of symbols looks unfinished as if you only have half of the mysterious message in front of you. But can I disarm it? I can.
A trivial task.
Good. Just cargo.
It's about time.
Stop. There.
Bitch. Don't.
My success
Thank you.
was inevitable.
Cargo. Okay, Lord Xenos.
Too hard for a simple monkey.
Wait, but did you get it? Yeah, you got it. The set of symbols looks unfinished, as if you only have half of the mysterious message in front of you. Okay, the same thing as before.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Okay, we've explored this entire area. The only thing remaining is activate with logic over here. We also have Lord Xenos over here and activate the mechanism over there.
I have learned much in my exile.
The strange capsule emits a barely perceptible buzz. Its thick walls barely contain the sounds coming from within, the sounds of a living and tormented creature.
I'll lay
So he
claim
said
to the
extend
stars.
the helping hand. I'm gonna quick save just in case clicking on one of these things will kill him. So let's try this one first with logic.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Ah, I guess this showed up. That's cool. Just cargo, makes me sad. So yeah, activate the mechanism. Somewhere, an unseen mechanism whirs to life. Ah. Okay. Eklendyl. Despite his many bleeding wounds, the stately Aldari calmly straightens his shoulders and raises his narrow chin as he scrutinizes you with its keen gaze. Mysterious blue light glimmer in his emerald green eyes. Amon, Keen, and Outcast have found their way into the heart of the Dark City to save what little remains. The universe is full of cruel surprises, but this is an outcome I managed to foresee. You have foreseen our meeting, but could not avoid being captured? What is the point of your prophecies, then? Very, very true. Iliad glares daggers at her fellow Eldari, but he does not look away. The Farseer frowns. His face reflects guilt and grief, yet he says gently, I am glad our paths have crossed again, my child. It is a great relief for me to know you are alive, and a great joy to see how much firmer of spirit and mind you have grown over your years of exile. I think we have a lot to talk about. Make an Aldari greeting gesture with your hands. You have got yourself a most amusing monkey to keep you company, Iliad. He understands our language and even knows a thing or two about customary greetings. Not that any of it makes him a worthy companion for you to have on your path. It is the Elantak who keeps me at his side. Were it not for him, my soul would have long left this body. Or else, I would have been devoured by a minion of she who thirsts, and I would never have learned the truth of what happened to Commorragh. Perhaps we ought to start by introducing ourselves. Of course, Elantak. One forgets one's good manners all too easily in the Dark City. Iliad can barely contain her fury as she gestures towards her fellow Eldari. Standing before you is Eklendyl Maersh, who walks the path of the Farseer. He is the all-seeing eye and timeless sentinel of Commorragh. He was, that is. Either way, a monkey's name is not the kind of thing he will be particularly interested in case you were expecting me to introduce you in turn. He will forget your name as serenely as one forgets a troubled dream in the morning. Elantak. Now that is a word I have not heard in years. The Farseer does not even look you in your direction. There were other Farseers beside you in the spire. Between the homunculus' torture, I was able to glance inside my kin's desperate minds. I saw every soul that was extinguished in this spire. I sang a lament for every brother and sister sacrificed by the Dark Ones. I carry their memory in my heart, and if I get out of here alive, their names will not be forgotten. Your senses fail you, Eklendyl. Many died, but not all. Iliad turns around sharply and points to the game board containing the Farseer's soul. Oh, nice! I was unable to save her, but you could have tried. The Eldari recoils as he looks at the bloodied game board. What is this? Explain yourself, monkey. Why did all God's names have made you decide to torture one of my sisters? You took the soul of the Eldari Farseer that was imprisoned inside the game board by the homunculus' twisted mind. I don't want to just torture her. Are you aware that a Farseer's soul is imprisoned in this object, and that your heavy touch causes unspeakable pain to her immortal soul? Can you really help her? I will release it from its suffering, but alas, giving her back her body is beyond my ability. Well, I did what I could to save the Farseer's soul, but I could only do so much. The Eldari's expression is inscrutable, but he struggles to speak. You have set me free, and I am grateful for the rescue, but what you are doing is wrong. I can free my sister's tortured soul if you let me. Monkey, I am asking you for one more favor. Okay, then do it. Lay to rest the wretched soul imprisoned in this object. Iliad blinks in surprise. In her eyes there is a faint and fleeting trace of softness and gratitude. Really? I must confess, I have set little store by your species in the past. Perhaps, in some regards, I was wrong to do so. The Xenos not in gratitude finds the spirit stone on one of the homunculus' desks and chants a few unfamiliar words which your elucidator does not catch. Dark blood pours out of the game board as in the Eldari's hands, but as soon as he finishes his chant, a warm glow suffuses the stone he is holding. It is done. You said you would help us find our way home. What did you mean? The countless hours I spent in the homunculus' cages were not all spent in the throes of agony. I listened, I observed, I absorbed. And I soon learned that an age-old gate built by our ancestors is hidden in the art of the spire. A webway gate connected to the world outside. I can unseal it and forge our path to salvation. I can help you make your way out of the Dark City and leave this place behind. But you must take me to the gate. My mind is still firm and my spirit is unbreakable. My body, on the other hand, will not soon forget pain's embrace. What is the point of your question, Elantak? I can guide you to the gate myself, but not before Eklendyl Maersh, who walks the path of the Farseer, the all-seeing eye and timeless sentinel of Commorragh, pours the light of truth into the bottomless well of my fear and doubt. The Farseer is at your disposal, Iliad. I feared this moment would never come. Iliad takes a deep breath and looks into the Farseer's eyes. Look at me, Eklendyl, and tell me what adversity befell our home. As a council member, you cannot possibly be unaware of the truth. And Eklendyl, do not even consider hiding anything from me. Sometimes ignorance truly is bliss, my child, but I cannot deny you your right to know the truth. The Farseer tosses back his head, and his voice sounds like rolling thunder. When we found ourselves amid the stars of this stellar fabric, we encountered a monkey ship. A ship much too puny to take on an Asuryani world, or so we thought. Until the council was struck with the vision of the horror to come. This ship would be our doom. Not only for us on Commorragh, but for all Eldari kind among the nearby stars. And even for those whose paths stretched far beyond the stars. We could not allow such a thing to happen. When the ship approached, we pierced it with 100 salvos and then rejoiced. For among the wreckage the rangers found no trace of the foreseen curse. Asuryani, how wrong we were. The ships that returned from their reconnaissance to our starports were already carrying it on your wings. Whether it was a scratch from a passing wreck or the infected ashes of the Monkey ship that the cosmic winds had not had time to disperse, the plague crept into our home and immediately began to eat away at the craft world's very flesh. In the Infinity Circuit, the souls of the ancestors battled the spreading pestilence ferociously, but the world was falling apart and there was no stopping it. Spires collapsed, rivers dried up, the ground itself sank. And all living things turned into a strange blend of organic matter and metal. We fought for our home until the very end, but when it became clear that Commorragh was beyond saving, the Council decided to gather all who remained, board them on the surviving shuttles, and scatter across the galaxy to look for salvation. And that was what we did. But who steered the infected vessel toward Commorragh?
I'm afraid you already know the answer,
Okay.
Elentark. You just cannot accept it. Your predecessor, she who previously owned this vessel and your entire protectorate, the monkey who kept a piece of my homeworld in her study, like a trifle or trophy of no great significance.
Why? Why do you say this? Because you found the trophy? So it was your accursed kind. Eklendyl's eyes light with golden radiance. Wait, Eklendyl. Shedding innocent blood will not bring our home back. And the Elentark is guilty only of helping me to reach this place and free you. The blood of the executioner of our people flows through the veins of the one you long to save. What has the monkey done to deserve your mercy? The golden sparks slowly die away and the Farseer warily closes his eyes. You said that the disease broke out aboard... Wait, and she's saying that they killed the ship, right? So if they killed the ship, Theodora would have died as well. So I'm confused. You said the disease broke out aboard the ship. You want to know how your kinspeople destroyed my world, so you can follow their example? Answer the question, Eklendyl, not for the monkey's amusement, but for the sake of those whose souls dissolved in infinity. At first we thought the Monkey were in the service of the greatest enemy of our kind, the one who lurks beyond the edge of reality. But the world's affliction manifested itself differently. It distorted Commorragh while avoiding encounters with the souls of our ancestors. We were waiting for Salantresh, the destroyer of souls, to burst her way in through the gaping wounds of the world. Yet her gaze was directed away from our suffering. No one ever managed to identify the nature of the curse even as we watched it destroy our home. And so, having lost all hope of saving it, we fled. If your kin fled Commorragh, how did you end up here? Our twisted cousins found our arcs in the void's cold embrace. At first it seemed they were going to save us, to extend a helping hand, and so we told them what had happened to Commorragh and where to look for it. But our cousins' souls are dark and thirst for blood. My arc was one of the first they seized. The Drukhari massacred hundreds of thousands of their own kind for fleeting pleasure's sake, and enslaved the Farseers for their accursed experiments. And that, Monkey, was how I ended up hanging in this cage. Is Commorragh completely destroyed? It's hard to believe. The Arabanian took care of what remained. Oh, but that is none of your concern, Monkey. You look silent for a while and then says coldly, but Eklendyl, how did Commorragh end up in the Expanse, this close to Monkey ships and the Dark One's hunting grounds? That was the path chosen by the Council, my child. We had charted Commorragh's course among the stars for years, and no one had an inkling of the terrible fate that would await us in the place that promised us salvation. Okay, no one knew. The Farseer looks away for a mere second, but an itching sensation immediately burrows its way into the base of your skull. Something is wrong here. The paths I have walked have taught me a great deal, to see the truth where it's concealed, and not to hesitate to cut off the head of a lying snake that tries to coil around my heart. Irlit stares unblinkingly at her fellow Aldari, fury gleaming in her eyes. If the entire Farseer Council failed to foresee their world's doom, then everything the children of Asuryani have been taught about paths for centuries is a lie. You are hiding something, Eklendyl. Speak. Speak now. How dare you take that tone with me, outcast? I'm not obliged to justify myself before you, let alone protest my innocence, yeah. We have persuasion, coercion, persuasion, so we can pass pretty much all of these. We freed you from the homunculus' torture chamber, Eklendyl, and this is the thanks we get. You have already told us almost everything. Why hold anything back? Back in the cage, blah blah blah. Let's go for this one. The Farseer's emerald green eyes are filled with despair. We had been steering Crudrak along a course prophesied by the stars themselves, until Shile's tumultuous currents cast us to the edge of the Great Wound. A storm was coming, threatening to sweep Crudrak away from its path, and so the Council decided on a route to safety, across the Nidus Islet of Hope and into the place known among the Maquis as the Cronus Expanse. We stood by our decision, but there came a point where the prophecies became ever darker and more unsettling. Someone proposed altering the course, but the closing grip of raging Shale was blocking our path on all sides. It was then that the Council's opinions would split. My vote was the deciding one in that difficult debate, for I believed that the prophecy that had promised salvation in the Expanse could not have been a lie. You already know what happened next. The Farseer closes his eyes and turns away, unwilling to meet Ylit's gaze. Ylit looks lost, so we were doomed. I should have stayed on Crudrak. I could have tried to help those who survived the disaster. If only I had not chosen that accursed path and left the crafts world, I could have at least tried to save someone. Okay. So we cannot pass this one, so I'm gonna go for this one. You are not to blame for the demise of your world. Subverting fate is beyond your power. This one would be... Was it not the Farseers who made the bad decision? What difference would it have made if you had been in Crudrak? Persuasion then. Ylit's mouth twists in displeasure. The Farseers. It was not beyond their power. They led Crudrak to prosperity for years, only to become too blind to what was going on around them. Had they not followed the prophecy as the old customs required, had they changed course instead, Crudrak might still be whole. Coercion and persuasion. There is no bringing back the past, but you can try to change your people's future. Yllit stays silent for a long time, peering into the face of the Farseer standing across from her. Calm and collected, he looks prepared to meet his fate. Finally, Yllit replies, "We are both guilty and both deserve a fate much more terrible than death. However, it is too early for us to leave this world before we have atoned for our guilt. Come with me, Eklendyl. Give me a second. Come with me, Eklendyl. We have a lot to do before the Great Oblivion. We will find our brothers and sisters and protect them from those who seek to harm them. Perhaps we may even find a new home. Your words are like a healing melody flowing into my tormented soul. For the first time, a slight smile graces the Farseer's lips. I accept your proposal, my child." Okay, cool. So we have to escort the Farseer to the Webway Gate and talk to Yllit aboard the Void ship. However, we are gonna end this episode here, my friends. We've done a lot here. We still have that thing to connect the platforms, which I imagine is gonna lead us to this section here, which I'm interested in. And I'm still waiting for a big fight to finish this all off. As always, I want to thank you all for being here with me in the channel, watching some Rogue Trader. I hope you guys are having fun. Questions, suggestions, leave a comment below. If you are enjoying the content, consider subscribing for more. Many more videos coming out soon, and I hope to see you all in the next episode. Until then, stay safe, everyone.